Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Dowell, and today we're going to be talking about numbers to 120. So let's get started. Our objectives today are: I can find numbers on the 120 grid. I can use a number grid to find 1 more, 2 more, 5 more, and 10 more than a given number. So there are some materials you'll need today. A paper and pencil would be great. Also, if you have a dry erase board and a marker, that'd be great. But if you don't have those, pencil and paper will be fine. If you have your Shelby County Schools packet, we will be doing pages 3 through 8 today. So once you learn about numbers 1 through 20, the first page is going to say number 163 at the bottom. And then we're going to keep going through 164, 165, 166, 167. And when you get to 168, where there's a 168 on the bottom, it looks like this page. Now, if your parents printing it from the Shelby County Schools website, they will need to print pages 3 through 8 of the packet. So we're going to work on 3 through 8. Even though I've only shown you 2 of the pages here, this is the first page we'll do, and we'll keep going until we get to the page that looks like this. If you were able to print off a 120 grid, that is a great tool that we're going to use today. If you don't have your own copy of the 120 grid, that's okay. I'll be projecting mine. But if you do have your copy, you may want to get something like a button or a penny or a dime so that you can use your coin to move and manipulate on your 120 grid. Okay, let's look at our grid. And first of all, let's just start off with some counting fluency. We're going to practice counting. We're going to be practicing counting high today. So take a deep breath and get ready to count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Gotta take a breath. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Good job, counters. Now, we don't have to start at 1 and go all the way to 120. We know that we can count on by ones starting at any number. Let's count by ones from 64 to 82. Find your number 64. Let's go. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. And we know not only can we count forward by ones, but we can also count backward by ones. 82, 81, 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, 64. Let's count forward again by ones. Starting at 64, only going to 82. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. Great. Let's keep practicing our fluency by counting by twos. Are you ready? We're going to start at the number 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100, 102, 104, 106, 108, 110, 112, 114, 116, 118, 120. Great counting by twos. Now, just like counting by ones, we don't have to start at the number 2 and count on by twos. We can start at any number. So let's start at the number 16 and count by twos from 16 to 42. If you have your 120 grid, find the number 16 and let's count on from 16 to 42. Ready? 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42. And just like we can count forward by ones and backward by ones, we can count forward by twos and backward by twos. So this time let's count back from 42 to 16. 42, 40, 38, 36, 34, 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, 16. One more time counting forwards, getting 2 more each time we count, starting at 16. 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 40, whoops, I almost kept counting. Okay, great job counting forward and backwards by twos. We've counted forward and backwards by ones. We've counted forward and backward by twos. What else can we count by? Let's count by fives. Ready? We're going to start at the number 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120. And this time, let's just start at 50 because you can start at any number and count to any number. Let's count by fives from 50 to 95. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. And also, you can count getting 5 less each time. Let's count backward by fives from 95 back to 50. 95, 90, 85, 80, 75, 70, 65, 60, 55, 50. Once again, going forward from 50 to 95, starting at 50, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Whew, good counting. We have really used this number grid a lot already. We've counted by ones, forward and backward. We've counted by twos, forward and backward. We've counted by fives, forward and backward. What else could we count by? Let's count by tens. Ready? Now, when I look at my number grid, I notice that my multiples of 10, the numbers that end with 0 on a number grid, are all at the end of a row. So if I'm counting my multiples of 10, I can just start at the end of the row. Let's start with the number 10. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. We can also count backwards by tens. 120, 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Let's count forward again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Let's start at a different number. You don't have to start at 10. Let's start at 60. Ready? We're going to go from 60 to 120. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Now, did you know you don't have to start at a multiple of 10 to count on by tens? Let's start at 26. When you start at 26, what's 10 more than 26? What number are we going to say next? Are you ready? We're going to start at 26 and count on by tens all the way to 116. 26, 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96, 106, 116. Did you notice how when we counted on by tens, the digit in the tens place changed, but the digit in the ones place didn't change? Also, again, we were moving downward because on our number grid, when we get 10 more, that movement goes down. Thank you so much for counting with me today. We have really practiced our counting fluency. But today we're going to practice another skill. We're going to use our 120 grid to help us practice place value and quick tens. I know it's been a while since most of us have drawn quick tens, so this will just give us a good practice to remember what the numbers and the digits are representing. So if you have a sheet of paper, you might want to pick it up right now. I have a slate and a marker that I'm going to use. You could also use a chalkboard if you have a tiny chalkboard and a piece of chalk, but I'm going to ask you to write your responses for this game. Okay, so let's review our place value. If you see this number that I've circled in red, what is that number called? That's the number 59. When you think about 59, you know that the 5 is in the tens place, so it represents 5 tens, and the 9 is in the ones place, so it represents 9 ones. If I had 5 tens 9, that's the 10 way of saying 59, how would I draw it as quick tens? Go ahead and take some time. Do you remember how to draw it? If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to give you a little hint in the picture spot. You can see that 5 tens 9, 59, has 5 sets of tens and 9 ones. So as you're drawing, how do we draw 5 tens and 9 ones? If you drew 5 sticks and 9 dots, you remember how to use quick tens. That's our way to quickly represent how much a number is worth. Okay, let's try another one. I see this number that's circled in red. If you know what it is, say it. 86. How would you draw 86? Show your 86. You should have 8 sticks and 6 ones. 86 is 8 tens and 6 ones. Okay, do you see what number is circled right now? What's that number called? 100. How would you draw 100 as quick tens? I drew 10 sticks of 10 and no ones. 100 is 10 sets of 10 and no ones. 10 sets of 10s and no ones. Okay, what's this number called? 97. How would you draw 97? Show. You should have 9 sticks of 10 and 7 loose ones. 9 sticks of 10 and 7 loose ones. Oh, Miss Dowell didn't draw that right. I had too many ones. Miss Dowell drew 99. That is now 97. Say, it's okay, Miss Dowell. We all make mistakes. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to play a new game, and we are going to find on our number grids the number that's shown in the place value chart. So if you had 7 tens and 5 ones, where's that number on your number grid? Now, if you have the number grid printed out and you have a button or a penny that you're playing with, you can cover it up. If you don't have your own copy of the 120 grid, then you can play on my grid. Can you find the number that is the same as 7 tens and 5 ones? You should have chosen 75. The 75 is in the row that starts with 7 tens. Notice how every number in this row, until you get to the new multiple of 10, every number in this row has 7 tens. It's in the column that ends with 5 ones. So 7 tens and 5 ones can be found at 75. 7 tens 5. Okay, this one's a little bit trickier because I've spelled it out, but I can read it to you. Which number is 6 tens 2 ones? 6 tens 2 ones. If you find it on your grid, mark it with a penny or a button. If you find it on my grid, point to it. 6 tens 2 ones. You should be pointing to 62. That is 6 tens 2 ones. Let's try another one. 2 tens 0 ones. What number has 2 tens but 0 ones? What's that number called? 20. You should have found the number 20. Okay, this one we have to read. See if you can find 4 tens 8 ones. What number has 4 tens 8 ones? Find your answer. What's that number called? 48. 48 has 4 tens and 8 ones. Look on your number grid and find 5 tens and 3 ones. What number is 5 tens 3 ones? What's that number called? 53. If you picked 53, you are correct. Can you find 6 ones, 3 tens? What number has 6 ones and 3 tens? Did you point to 36? I tried to trick you because I put the ones first and I wrote the tens last. But if you were listening carefully, you know that 6 ones and 3 tens had to start with a 3 in the tens place because there were 3 tens. And a 6 in the ones place because there were 6 ones. Look on your number grid and find 0 tens, 9 ones. What number has 0 tens, 9 ones? If a number has no tens, then it's going to be a 1-digit number and it can be found on the top row. Having no tens and 9 ones is the same as having 9 ones. It's the same as 9. What number has 11 tens and 7 ones? Can you find 11 tens, 7 ones? You should have chosen 117. 117 has 11 sticks of 10 and 7 loose ones. Okay, now we're ready for a new game, friends, and this game is called What Number is Behind Red? Think about what you know about the tens place and the ones place and how the digits make patterns on the 120 grid, and can you guess what number is behind the red circle? If you know it, say it. 100. If you said 100, kiss your brain. 100 was behind my red circle. What number is behind red? 89. 89 was behind red. What number is behind red? 57. 57 is behind red. What number is behind the red dot? Did you say 116? If you did, good job. 116 was between 115 and 117. 116 was hiding behind the red circle. Okay, this time I'm really going to try and trick you because I'm hiding a bunch of numbers, but I only want to know what number is behind red. Did you say 92? 92 was behind red. Now, if you figured it out, how did you get 92? Well, if you look at the row, you'll see that these numbers all start with 9 in the tens place. And if you look at the column, you may have noticed that 2 was at the end of every number in this column. So if you had 9 first and 2 last, that number is called 92. That was a tricky one. Are you ready for another tricky one? What number is behind red? Did you say 41? 41 was behind red. What number is behind red? 60. 60 was hiding behind the red circle. What number is behind red? 108. 108 was behind red. Oh, this one's really tricky. What number is behind red? Did you say 64? 64 was behind red. Now we're going to play a new game called 1 more, 1 less, 2 more, 2 less, 5 more, 5 less, 10 more, 10 less. But I'm going to switch out of my PowerPoint and switch over to my DocuCam. So we'll play it in just a second. Hi friends, here I am showing you what's on my DocuCam, and just like I promised, we are going to have another game with our 120 grid. So I have my grid ready to go. If you have a penny and a grid, or a grid and a button or a dime, that would be great. But if not, you can play on my grid. Now we're going to get a clue, and we're going to have to figure out the answer to the number riddle. So this clue says 77 and 1 more is blank. So I'm going to start by using my penny to find the starting number. The starting number was 77. Can you find 77? 77 would have 7 tens and 7 ones. If I start at 77 and my clue tells me to get 1 more, 77 and 1 more, I'm going to start with my finger on 77, but I'm going to go 1 more with my finger. If I go 1 more, what number do I land on? That number is called 78. So 77 and 1 more is 78. Let's read our sentence. 77 and 1 more is 78. Let's try another clue. 69 and 1 more is blank. What do we do first? Let's find our starting number. The starting number is 69. Can you find 69? 69, and one more. Move your finger one more. If you move one time, what number does your finger touch? That number is 70. 69 and one more is 70. Let's read our number sentence. 69 and one more is 70. Here's a new clue. 34 and two more is blank. Can you find 34? Where's 34? 34 and two more. This sentence doesn't say one more. It says two more. How can I go two more? Two more would be two hops to the right. So I'm going to start on my penny and go 1, 2. When my mouth said 2, what number was my finger on? What's that number called? 36. 34 and two more gets me to 36. Read the sentence with me. 34 and two more is 36. 47 and two more is blank. Where's our starting number? We're starting on 47. Can you go two more? What is 47 and two more? 1, 2. If you said 49, you are correct. Let's read our sentence. 47 and two more is 49. Okay, here's a tricky one. You have to watch what I do with my penny and figure out what the sentence needs to say. This is the number I'm starting on. That number is going to go there. Do you know what number I started on? Then I'm going to move this many times. And I'm going to go all the way to the end of the row. If I start here and I go all the way to the end of the row, what would my sentence say? What number did I start on? What's my penny number? I started on 25. If you said I started on 25, you are correct. How many do you move to get from 25 to the end of a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you said I moved 5 more, you are correct. 25 and 5 is how many? 25 and 5 more is 30. Read the number sentence with me. 25 and 5 more is 30. Okay, 55 and 5 more is blank. What's 55 and 5 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you said 60, you are correct. 20 and 5 more is blank. Can you find the number 20? 20 and 5 more is what? If I started 20, can I go 5 more? There's nothing here. What do I need to do? To go 5 more, I would start here, but I'd go to the next row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you said 20 and 5 more is 25, you are correct. Read the statement with me. 20 and 5 more is 25. 48 is blank more than 46. What does that mean? When I find 48, 48 is close to 46. How many more does 48 have than 46? 48 is blank more than 46. This sounds like I'm finding the difference. The difference between 46 and 48 would be the number of hops I have to take to get there. So if I were here and I had to go this many more to get to 48, 48 is how many more than 46? 1, 2. If you said 2, you are correct. 48 is 2 more than 46. 36 is blank more. Whoops, Miss Dow forgot the word more. 36 is blank more than 35. 36 is right next to 35. I don't have to move my finger many times to get from that number to this number. How much more is 36 than 35? They're next to each other, so I only had to move my finger once. 36 is 1 more than 35. If you said 1, you are correct. 40 is blank more than 35. 40 is all the way here. 35 is all the way over here. What is the difference from 35 to 40? How much would you have to move from 35 to 40? 40 is blank more than 35. One, two, three, four, 5. If you said 5, you are correct. It takes 5 hops to get from 35 to 40. 40 is 5 more than 35. Look at this clue. It looks different. It says, that's the end of part 1 of Numbers to 120. Click on part 2 to keep watching. Well, that's the end of this part of the lesson. Make sure when you come back for part 2 that you bring your Shelby County Schools learning packet with you, because like I said, we'll be doing the 3rd through 8th pages on it. Or if you're looking at the page numbers at the bottom, we're going to be starting on page 163. Hope to see you for part 2. Thank you for counting and learning numbers to 120 with me. It's been fun.